Mercer Miko might have another. And here's Momo. Working space. A nice cutback. Matlock! And he does it! There's the opening goal!
Matlock all season has been the assist maker, the creator for this Campbell offense. This time on a beautiful chip in. What a service by Momo. And then to the back corner, Locke sneaks past his defender, and the home squad in Campbell jumps in front.
Just 5'8", Matlock, but he rises above and finds the back of the net. 12 points in his last 7 games. He's been huge down the stretch and finds what could very well be a very important goal on the night. Campbell have never lost when scoring first.
We'd see Matlock with those 8 assists this year. He's also a goal scorer as well, maybe not at the same regard as his captain, Thibaut Jiquel, but Matlock now 5 goals on the season, and that may be his prettiest of the year.
We've spoken with Dustin Finder all throughout this season, and the one thing he stressed is scoring first, finding that opening goal and setting the pace. Campbell, despite the fact that they've been pushed back in their own half, have managed to achieve goal number 1. Inman chases down.
And now Campbell's really committing numbers forward with Chavez and James trying to pressure the ball, this high point back line that has conceded their fair share of goals, giving up 2 against Gardner-Webb in the semifinals. Their team more driven by their offense, and as this game continues to open up in flow and in pace, that may favor Campbell in this matchup.
Momo once again with 4 options in front. Tick down past the first 10 minutes here of the first half. Thibaut Jiquel, influential off the ball as well. James in an offsides position. That'll bring the attack to a halt.
Yeah, that was Thibaut Jiquel and James coming forward, but more importantly now you're seeing Campbell playing with a lead, and as they like to play with a lead, what they do well is they force the opponent to come out from their back end. They can't sink 7-8 defenders back, and that's going to open up space on an exciting Sunday here in Championship Sunday.
A Campbell goal was bound to happen at some time. The Camels rank 3rd in the nation in goals per game at 2.74, added another tally, 53 total on the season.
What's great about that as well, 13 different players have scored. We know Jiquel, obviously 3rd in the country, but it has been a balanced effort, and it starts with Matlock here in the first 7 minutes.
And of course, one thing we've seen throughout this season is Campbell do not need Jiquel to score in order to win. Here he is nodding along for James. Awkward bounce, no problem for Keegan Meyer. Made a career-high 7 saves on 3 different occasions this year, Meyer.
Not only a former walk-on, but a player who's earned the respect of his teammates from day one, and that's something that first-year head coach Zach Hare was very impressed with, how Meyer controls the game, very vocal as a leader. And then you have Lechuga, who's a little shorter, more of a scrappy goalkeeper, but arguably just as impressive with his 9 shutouts this year.
Good work by Bisafi Doti. And now Momo. Jalen James. On the end line. No way past Francher. Kosmita slipping. And now the Panthers will build out. Meyer, an impressive 74th appearance for the Panthers. Played in every game that he's had the opportunity to in his 4 years, redshirted his first. And now Mensah.
And there's our first whistle of this game. It's going to be interesting to see how Rubiel Vasquez, our lead referee, manages this match, how he manages the physicality. That's inevitably going to happen. And now as the clock stops, he tries to maintain order in this match. Obviously, these two teams have faced each other on a yearly basis in the postseason as well with last year's semifinal. And Gideon Betts, the captain, just wants an explanation of Rubiel's decision here, wants to know how this match is going to unfold. And Betts, at 25 years old, he's the most mature player on this team and can really diagnose this situation.
It's Mensah winning the ball here, and a heavy challenge coming in from Baker. No cautionary response given, just the free kick. Lofted in by Betts. Along by Jiquel. He'll have another shot, and he ripples the back of the net. Jaquel doubles up Campbell's lead.
17 goals for Thibaut Jaquel. He finds it from outside the 18-yard box. And how about Jaquel here showing off the power as the captain corks one right past Keegan Meyer, the best keeper in this league, going opposite side. And Jaquel and the Camels are cooking in these first 15 minutes.
What a strong right-footed shot from the Frenchman Jaquel. Nearly rips the rigging off the side netting there. Picking up yet another point, sitting on the cusp of 40. We'll take another look at it here. Just the open side of that right boot. Nothing Keegan Meyer can do.
Thibaut Jaquel, he leads this Big South in scoring. Such an influential player, and this time around he finds an opportunity to go for goal. And now High Point in a tough situation. Down 2 goals on the road where Campbell has not been beaten this year. Going to have to change their style of play to start a comeback.
A tall ask for the High Point Panthers, but Evan, do you know what they say about 2-0 scorelines?
The most dangerous lead in all of sports.
One of the most favored cliches in the beautiful game. Here is Jaquel.
Although, let's be clear, Campbell would love a 2-0 lead right now.
Ian Rees, the cutback, and that goes off of the Englishman last.
What a run, though, by Rees to have the communication there with his front line, knowing where to go. That's a possibility there of getting that ball in the box and putting more pressure on this young High Point defense.
Just past the outstretched leg of Mensah. He'll pick it up again. The swagger of this Campbell team, very notable. Have never really seemed phased at all at home this year. Locke. We'll get back underway. The free kick will be taken by Joe Bell. Kessler, closed down by Mercer Miko. Down line, goes past the legs there of Crofts, and now Momo will try and see this one out. Puts it forward now into James, deep in their own half, Campbell. James and Doty clears it long, no one making the run, and so Hewlin nods it back forward into the attacking half. Afama Fune, first touchdown, closed down by Jalen James. Afama Fune cuts it in. DK now. Gets around Basafi Doty. Manages to get a deflection on the way through. The ball trickles behind for a corner kick. The first of the match for either side. It'll go the way of the Virginia Cavaliers. It'll be Joe Bell to take as the stands erupt. Feet thumping. Noise picks up as the Cavaliers are lining up at the edge of the 6-yard box. Campbell having to mark along their own goal line. Here it is, front stick knotted directly up and behind. DK keeps it in play. And now the Virginia Cavaliers will size up another cross. Here it comes, back stick, headed on towards goal. Referee says free kick. It was Hewlin there battling with Gideon Best at the back stick. The original corner comes in, is met at the front post, I believe by Hewlin. Comes back out, is cleared by Mercer Miko, with back in with a right-footed cross. Gideon Best goes up for it, but Hewlin is using his arms to get up over the back of Betts. And so Campbell have a free kick and themselves escape a set piece. 0-0 here after the first 9 minutes just about of action in the second round. A spot in the round of 16 available to the winner of today's match, Jalen James. Out wide with Momo. It's going to be too far though. Afama Fune will see that out easily for a Virginia goal kick. Choppy play both ways, neither team able really to dominate. Whenever Virginia's been able to get on the ball high up the pitch, Campbell's been able to counterattack effectively thus far, winning a set piece off of it. A good crowd is gathered here at Klockner Stadium. We're on this near side with the stands, but even fans over on the far side have gathered with lawn chairs and blankets to take in today's match. Kessler back to his goalkeeper. Shuttler, and now Hewlin. Deep in their own half, Campbell in a line of 4, then the 2 midfielders and another line of 4, which are really doing the pressing high up the pitch. Alamu Mercer Miko, the furthest man forward. Hewlin now across the midfield stripe. Picks out a fellow player who skips past. It's Halsey there, getting around Locke. Looking for Donaciano. No way through to go all the way back with Hewlin now. Kessler. Campbell had a lion's share of the possession of the game versus JMU. They're giving it up here, though. Afama Fune unable to keep the ball in play. The ball was played to him by Kessler on this near side. He went out just before he was able to return the pass. It'll be Momo right in front of his own bench, and the benches here really are more of a dugout. They're below the level of the playing pitch. So the player's really down below the proceedings. That ball is shanked. The clearance by Gideon Betts. Uncharacteristic mistake. Gunnarsson clipping one through. First chance is hacked over the bar. Nathaniel Crofts puts one up and over after Gideon Betts makes a mistake on a clearance. The ball was sent over the back four looking for the run of Gunnarsson, but then whenever Betts went up for it, he used his right boot and just cleared it directly up in the air. It made it difficult for him to get to that second ball. I believe it might have been Gunnarsson, perhaps Bell, who was coming in for that second header. He was able to bring it out wide, and a good opportunity for Crofts to have one on his right foot from a tight angle. He put it up and over the bar, though, and we remain scoreless with 10 minutes played here in Charlottesville. Free kick against Campbell. Ian Reeves, once again, the guilty party. Referee resizes up where the free kick it'll be. It'll be just inside the attacking half for Virginia. Joe Bell standing over. He goes back to Kessler. Kessler and Guerlo, the two center backs for Virginia, have had a majority of the ball to themselves. They've been able to work the ball out wide into Afamafune as well as Halsey, and been able to make a lot of that possession in the attacking wide areas, and been able to generate two solid shooting opportunities, one from either flank, the left and the right. Here's Kessler lobbing one up into the 18-yard box, looking for the run of Gunnarsson. He'll get there past Moses Minson, laid off for Donaciano. Right-footed cross, good one, DK. Headed away by Momo, behind for a corner kick. Gunnarsson whips it into the 18-yard box. Betts can only dot it straight up past the run of DK, who's still inside that 18-yard box. And then Momo had to put it behind for a corner kick before things got hairy. It'll be a corner kick once again. It's Daniel Steedman to take over on the far side. Right-footed cross. Middle of the box. Kessler goes up and loops it up and over the bar. Goal kick. The cross came in from Steedman over on the far side away to our left. Was put on a right about the penalty spot. Kessler was running away from goal. He was initially stationed at the edge of that 6-yard box. Ran towards the penalty spot. Made it difficult for him to turn his body the other direction and try and get a shot on target. Ends up looping it up and over the crossbar, not troubling Samuel Lechuga in goal. Lechuga came so close to getting in double digits in shutouts in the last game versus JMU. Campbell letting up a late goal there to advance 3-1 over the Dukes. A shutout here today would be quite a feat for the Mexico City native. Donty, and now Locke. First touch lets him down. He fouls Halsey. And the Cavaliers have a free kick inside their own half. 13 minutes gone just about here. Second round of the NCAA men's soccer tournament.
You know, basically set the tempo for this game. ECU wants to come out fast and strong. That's what they got to do.
Campbell in all white with the orange numbers. Going to be attacking from left to right. ECU in all purple with the gold numbers will be attacking from right to left. The players are in the center circle. It's Sanchez and Kimmel to get us underway. Sam Carey standing expectantly outside the draw control circle, waiting for it to come in. Another big 30 minutes of action here. Campbell looking for their first win of the year. ECU looking for their first win over the Fighting Camels. It's going to be the Pirates up first off the draw control circle. They win it to push it to 8-4 overall. Campbell with the advantage there. Kimmel here with 10 seconds gone in the second half. 6-4 the score. Campbell leads, taking that late lead off of 2 goals under a minute, 12 seconds apart from one another. The fastest goal in Campbell history. Running inside the 8 now, looking for the shot, thinking about it, but bringing it back out is Stanton. Over on the far side, away to Salim's left with 58 seconds to go. Now to the top of the 8 with Lagar. Nice pass in, a shot from right on the doorstep, and it's blocked by Salim. And eventually Campbell will bring it away, only momentarily. It's dropped at the edge of the crease and then fired away by Schultes. Campbell now will have the opportunity to clear, and it's chaos. Salim with a big save. It stays at 6-4.
Salim with a big save. Jennifer Anashevsky getting in there, just scrumming it in there. She had the ball for just a second. It popped loose, but again, she was able to block out. Very good job by Anashevsky. Always a great defender for Campbell. And now Campbell able to get on the defense. That's what we wanted ECU to see. You wanted to see the Pirates come out real strong, grab that draw control, put pressure against Salim, and now all of a sudden they weren't able to produce. Now Campbell transitioning here on the offense. Campbell's been really good on this element here, getting the ball and really pushing their offense. They've got to come out strong. One of the things we saw in the Mercer game was Mercer came out strong in the second half, 5 unanswered goals. Richmond came out strong in the second half, 9 goals. Campbell was shut out in that second half against Richmond.
Matthews now. Campbell really wanted that strong defensive stand to keep the momentum their way. They brought it over from the half, looking to capitalize on it now. Will Kolazar with 2 goals. Her shooting spaces denied there. The foul's going to be called against Bromley, and now 2 hash marks over from the center on the right will be Mackenzie Kolazar with a free position shot opportunity. 2 minutes into this one, looking for her hat trick and a 3-goal lead for Campbell. Mackenzie Kolazar passes it off smartly, and Campbell bring it back around. It's going to be lost, though, by Sanchez only momentarily. Will lobs it up into the air. Sam Carey has her stick held. It'll be Campbell ball, and that's something that you're talking about running the full time, Sal. This clock's going to be ticking down below 30 seconds now on the possession clock, but rather than taking the shot, Kolazar brings it back out.
Yeah, Bartley was able to get in there, got tied up with, looks like Sam Carey, but again, Campbell is down to less than 30 seconds, actually 15 seconds now on that clock. Campbell's going to use that clock to their advantage right now. They got to get a pass off real quick and get a shot.
10 seconds to go. It's Will ticking down. McDaniel with 5 seconds to go, trying to find a way in. Matthews, the clock is going to tick down. That possession is going to go the other way. Sprinting forward now is ECU and Lagar. Just about 3 minutes gone. Campbell still leading 6-4. ECU with a lot of momentum heading forward. Breaks along that Campbell defense at the edge of the 8th. They have to pass it around, bring it in behind the cage. Here's Tryniski. And now Kimmel.
That was a bad move on Campbell's part. Megan Matthews should have dumped that ball off. She shouldn't have tried for that pass. Instead, she had a potential there to give ECU a breakaway. ECU was not able to produce the breakaway. And Campbell comes up very lucky on that transition.
Pelosi gets the pass off from Stanton. 55 seconds to go. Rolling inside. It's a nice pass, tipped wide by Salim. It'll stay, though, with the Pirates.
The guard, nice little shot there, but went a little high up there. It looked like it went right over the crossbar.
40 seconds to go. 6-4 still to Campbell, looking for the opening goal of the second half. A nice dish inside. It's going to go all the way through the 8. It's dropped into the crease and picked up by Salim. Looks like the pass was looking for Pelosi, who was unable to get the shot away.
Yeah, Waldhauser able to give a little defense right there, able to get in there. She can cross that crease, something defenders can do, offenders can't do. And so she was able to make sure that Salim got that ball.
26 minutes to go. 4 gone here in the second half. Still no goals. We saw very few through the first 10 minutes of the first half. Very few overall. Campbell holding ECU well below their average as McDaniel rolls the cage here. She passes it off. Campbell still below their average of 8 goals as well. Going to need more than that to win the game today, probably. McDaniel guarded closely by Jarvis in behind the cage. She passes it to the top of the fan with Mackenzie Kolazar. Quick pass off now with Sam Carey. 40 seconds to go on the possession clock. In behind the cage, McDaniel. Now Will. Right of center of goal, 15 yards from the goal line. Whistle comes in. Campbell ball with 30 seconds to go on the possession clock. In 5 minutes gone here in the second half.
Foul called against Lagar right there. Campbell's having a hard time clearing the ball from behind the cage. One of the things we're seeing is ECU putting a player on the ball carrier, and then with the 2 wings on the crease there, really hard to roll that cage tight.
Pass into Kolazar. She manages to hold on to it and ripples the net for her hat trick. Campbell lead by 3.
Great little feed there. Look like by Alexis McDaniel over there to Mackenzie Kolazar to the right of Vernon, able to dump the ball real quick. Great move right there. Kolazar with our hat trick. Now all of a sudden you've got another player that ECU has got to worry about. Came in here probably thinking Juliana Sanchez would be the one to worry about, this week's Big South Player of the Week, but now all of a sudden it's not Juliana Sanchez. It is Mackenzie Kolazar with the 3 goals for Campbell.
5 minutes to get the first goal of the second half, and it's Mackenzie Kolazar making it 7 goals to Campbell and 4 to ECU. And as you mentioned, Sal, it's usually Juliana Sanchez, one of those leading goal getters. That's kind of lowered off in the last 2 games, but Kolazar has stepped up in her place, so someone's always coming to be that goal scorer, filling in wherever needed. Kolazar now with 3, her 8th of the season.